In today's video, I'm going to show you how to edit a GIF in Photoshop the right way so you can make changes to the animation, add text or graphics across every frame, adjust colors non-destructively, and export it back as a working animated GIF. If you've ever opened a GIF in Photoshop and only seen one frame or saved it and lost the animation, this tutorial will clear that up step by step. If this video helps you, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more easy Photoshop tutorials. Let's jump in. First, you need to import the GIF correctly. In Photoshop, go to File, then Open, and select your GIF file. Click Open, and Photoshop should load the animation properly instead of treating it like a flat image. If you do not see the timeline at the bottom of your screen, go up to Window and click Timeline. That opens the animation controls you need for editing GIFs. Now, take a look at your workspace. In the Layers panel, you'll notice that the GIF frames are stacked as separate layers. In the timeline panel, you'll see the animation frames laid out in order. This is important because each frame in the timeline is connected to a specific layer. When you click a frame in the timeline, Photoshop automatically shows the matching layer by toggling visibility for you. So if something appears or disappears, that is normal, and it means the animation is working as intended. Next, decide what kind of edit you want to make. If you want to edit just one specific frame, click that frame in the timeline panel first. Then find the corresponding layer in the Layers panel and use your normal Photoshop tools like the Brush tool or the Object Selection tool to make your changes. This is useful if you only want to fix a single moment in the animation, remove a small object, or touch up a particular frame without affecting the others. If you want to add something that appears across the entire GIF, such as a title, logo, watermark, or graphic, the process is a little different. Select the top layer in your Layers panel, then add your text or graphic layer above it. Because it sits at the top of the stack, Photoshop will carry that layer across all frames in the animation. That means your text stays visible throughout the full GIF, which is perfect for branding or adding a clear message. You can also change the timing of the animation inside the timeline panel. To do that, click the small drop-down arrow below any frame thumbnail. From there, you can adjust the delay, such as 0.1 seconds or 0.2 seconds, depending on how fast or slow you want the GIF to play. If your animation feels too rushed, increasing the delay makes it smoother. If it feels too slow, lowering the delay makes it more dynamic. And if you want the GIF to keep repeating, look at the bottom left corner of the timeline panel. There you can change the looping option from once to forever. That is usually the best choice for social media, websites, and tutorials because it keeps the animation running continuously without stopping after one playthrough. Now let's talk about making bigger visual changes without ruining the original animation. If you want to adjust the brightness, contrast, colors, or overall look of the entire GIF, use an adjustment layer. First, select the highest layer in your Layers panel. Then click the new adjustment layer icon, which looks like a half black, half white circle at the bottom of the panel. From there, choose something like hue/saturation, curves, or levels. The advantage of using an adjustment layer is that it is non-destructive. That means you are not permanently altering the original frames. Instead, the adjustment sits on top and applies to everything underneath it, which makes it a much safer way to edit. If you decide later that the effect is too strong, you can easily tweak or remove it without starting over. Once you are happy with your edit, it is time to export the GIF correctly. This part is very important because standard saving will not preserve the animation. Go to File, then Export, and choose Save for Web, then Legacy. In the Export window, look in the top right corner and set the preset drop-down to GIF. This ensures Photoshop exports the file as an animated GIF instead of a static image. Next, make sure the color setting is set to 256 for the best quality. Then go to the animation section at the bottom right and check that the looping options are set to forever or whatever preference you want. Before saving, click the preview button in the bottom left if you want to watch the GIF in a browser tab and confirm that the animation plays correctly and looks the way you expect. If everything looks good, click Save, choose your file name, and save it to your computer. At that point, your edited GIF is ready to use and share. So that's the full process for editing a GIF in Photoshop. Import it correctly, edit individual frames or add elements across the whole animation, apply non-destructive adjustments, and export it properly so the animation stays intact. If this tutorial helped you, please hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Photoshop tips and tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.